video, we're going to discuss a feature of the grid and dialog component that allows you to put a background display of grid lines to help you line up controls more easily. So let's start out by creating a simple dialog with a few controls. So I'll go here and I'll just type in, say, alpha, comma, beta, gamma, and then say delta, and switch now to working preview. And what we see now is that gamma basically is not as long, is not right aligned there with beta and theta. So we could go and through a series of trial and errors increase the size of gamma, but let's use the new grid lines feature. So first let's go to alpha, and let's basically set the size of all of the controls in points. So I'll go there and say 100 points, and then what I'll do is I'll copy that value to all of the controls. So now we're working in points for the whole dialog. Then what I'm going to do is click on the display grid lines display, and I'm going to say yes, I'd like to display grid lines, and I'd like my grid lines to be displayed in points. So now when I switch over to working preview, I can see here grid lines of points, and each marker represents 10 points. So it's clear now that if I want this gamma control to be right aligned over here, I'm going to just count up the number of blocks there. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and that looks about another 2, so that's about 102 over there, and then about another 3 over there, so about 105 points. So let's go back to gamma now and add 105 points onto that. So now we have 205 points, and switch back to working preview, and we can see now that it's slightly off, but we're pretty close now. So by using the grid lines feature, we've been able to get a visual sense of how to adjust the size of controls to make them align better. Now this is also going to work when I switch over to a live preview in a browser. You can see there's my grid lines over there, but if I were to save this dialog and run a page, then we wouldn't want to see the grid lines. So in a real working web application, the grid lines are obviously going to be automatically turned off. So I hope you found that interesting. Thanks very much.